So, what's your take on the markets today? It seems like everyone's holding their breath waiting for the election results.
It's definitely a tense time. The markets are pretty volatile, and it's hard to tell which way they'll go. I think a lot of people are worried about the potential for a contested election, which could lead to a lot of uncertainty and instability.
I'm curious to see how the election plays out. It's going to be a close race, and it could have a significant impact on the markets. I'm not sure which candidate would be better for the economy, but I'm sure there will be a lot of volatility in the coming weeks.
I agree. It's a very important election, and it's going to be interesting to see how it affects the markets. I think it's important to stay informed and be prepared for whatever happens. The markets are always changing, and it's important to be able to adapt to those changes.
Well, I'm going to keep a close eye on things. I'm sure there will be a lot of news coming out in the next few weeks. I'll let you know if I see anything interesting.
Sounds good. I'll do the same. It's going to be a wild ride, but I'm sure we'll make it through.
Yeah, I agree. And then there's the Fed meeting this week. They're expected to cut rates again, but it's not clear how much that will actually help the economy. The global economy is facing a lot of challenges right now, from inflation to the war in Ukraine.
It's a tough situation. The Fed is trying to walk a tightrope between controlling inflation and supporting economic growth. It's a delicate balance, and it's not clear if they'll be able to pull it off.
I'm particularly interested in what happens in China. They're facing some serious economic headwinds, and their stock market is doing pretty well today. It seems like they're trying to stimulate the economy with some new spending initiatives.
That's true. China's real estate market is in a lot of trouble, and they're trying to address that. It's a big challenge for them, and it's something to keep an eye on. It could have a significant impact on the global economy.
And then there's the situation in North Korea. They've been launching missiles again, which is always a cause for concern. It's hard to say how that will affect the markets, but it's definitely a factor to consider.
It's a reminder that there are a lot of geopolitical risks out there. The world is a complex place, and there are always things that can disrupt the markets. It's important to stay informed and be prepared for anything.
I think it's important to remember that the markets have a history of bouncing back from difficult times. We've seen this before, and I'm confident that we'll see it again. The economy is resilient, and there are always opportunities for growth.
That's a good point. It's easy to get caught up in the negativity, but it's important to remember that there are always reasons to be optimistic. The markets are driven by a lot of factors, and there are always opportunities for investors who are willing to take a long-term view.